The year YouTube had its best revenue quarter ever, 62% of creators reported clinical burnout symptoms. That's not a coincidence. That's not two unrelated statistics happening at the same time. That's cause and effect. The platform's financial health requires your mental health collapse. And once you see that relationship, you can't unsee it. I know that sounds extreme, maybe even cynical. But here's what I need you to understand. This isn't about YouTube being evil. This isn't a conspiracy. This is about business model incentives that mathematically require your depletion. And the scary part, most creators never see it. They blame themselves. I'm not working smart enough. I need better time management. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But when 62% of people doing the same thing experience the same breakdown, that's not personal failure, that's system design. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Let me describe what this looks like in practice. You wake up, first thing you do before coffee, before brushing your teeth, you check YouTube Studio, views overnight, subscriber count, that little dopamine hit if the number went up, that sinking feeling if it didn't. You tell yourself you're just staying on top of things. But here's what's actually happening. The platform has trained you to need that check. You post a video. Within an hour, you're refreshing the analytics, not because you're making decisions based on the data, because you need to know if you're okay, if you matter. If this video, this piece of your soul you spent 8 hours on, was worth it. The algorithm drops your views 1 week. You panic. You start posting more, chasing trends, making content you don't even care about because you're terrified of becoming irrelevant. And the whole time you're thinking, this is what it takes to succeed. But here's what you don't see. The platform's revenue model requires constant content production. More videos equals more ad inventory. More ad inventory equals more profit. Your anxiety about the algorithm, that's not a bug in the system. That's the engine. Because anxious creators produce more content, they check analytics more often, they stay engaged with the platform longer, they optimize obsessively, and every single one of those behaviors makes YouTube more money. You're not failing to manage the pressure. The pressure is the point. Now here's where it gets worse. You start blaming yourself for the burnout. Other creators handle this fine. Successful people don't complain. Maybe I'm just weak. So now you've got two layers of damage, the exhaustion from the system and the shame from thinking it's your fault. This is what I mean by design. Real-time analytics that update every hour. That's not for your benefit. It's to keep you checking. Algorithm changes that nobody explains. That creates uncertainty, which creates overproduction. Gamification, milestones, badges, subscriber, counts displayed everywhere. That ties your self-worth to metrics the platform controls. Every feature is designed to keep you producing, and the moment you can't keep up, the moment you burn out, the platform just moves on to the next creator because there are always more people willing to feed the machine. So why does this happen? Why would a platform deliberately burn out its creators? Here's the thing. YouTube isn't trying to hurt you, but YouTube also isn't trying to protect you. YouTube is trying to maximize watch time and ad revenue. And those goals require creator overproduction. Let me show you the math. If creators post once a week, YouTube gets 52 videos per creator per year. If anxiety about the algorithm makes creators post 3 times a week, that's 156 videos per year. 3 times the content, 3 times the ad inventory, same number of creators. Your burnout is a feature of the business model, not a bug. Now, I know what you're thinking, but YouTube gave me a career. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And listen, both things can be true. You can be grateful for the platform and still recognize that the incentive structure is exploitative. Those aren't contradictory. The factory worker in 1910 might have been grateful to have a job. That doesn't mean 12-hour shifts 6 days a week weren't exploitation. Gratitude and critique can coexist. Here's the old belief. If I optimize my workflow, set better boundaries, manage my time more efficiently, I won't burn out. Here's the new lens. The system requires your mental health collapse to function at scale. Individual optimization can't solve a structural problem. You can't hack your way out of a business model designed to deplete you. And this is where most creators get stuck. They keep trying to fix themselves. Better schedules, more discipline, stronger work ethic, but you're not the problem. The problem is that you're trying to be sustainable inside a system that profits from your unsustainability. Let me be clear about something. Seeing this doesn't mean you have to quit. Seeing this doesn't mean YouTube is evil and you're a victim. Seeing this means you create with your eyes open. You understand what the platform needs from you, and you make conscious choices about what you're willing to give. Because here's the shift. Sustainable creation isn't weakness, it's resistance. It's saying, I see what you're designed to make me do, and I'm choosing differently. That's power, not pretending the system doesn't exist. So, what do you actually do with this information? How do you create inside a system designed to burn you out? I call this the 3 visibility shifts. You can't change the platform, but you can change how you relate to it. Shift 1, see the design. This week, I want you to notice one specific platform feature that's designed to keep you anxious. Not theoretically. Actually notice it. Real-time view counts in studio. That's not information, it's a slot. Machine, you check it 20 times a day hoping for a different result. Each check releases a tiny hit of dopamine if the number went up, or cortisol if it didn't. The feature isn't designed to help you make decisions, it's designed to keep you engaged with the platform. Notifications about subscriber milestones, those aren't celebrations. They're reminders that your worth is quantifiable and controlled by an algorithm. Algorithm updates that nobody explains clearly. The opacity is intentional. Uncertainty makes you overproduce. If you knew exactly what the algorithm wanted, you'd do the minimum required and move on. But uncertainty, that makes you post everything constantly, just in case. So this week, pick one feature, watch how it affects your behavior, watch how it makes you feel. That's visibility. You can't opt out of the system, but you can see it clearly. Shift 2, see the incentive structure. The platform needs you to produce more content than is sustainable for you as a human. That's not personal, that's economics. Here's what I realized running 4 channels. I was producing up to 20 videos a week at one point. I built automation systems, I optimized everything, and I still burned out. Not because my systems failed, because the systems were working exactly as designed to extract maximum output. The platform's incentive is endless growth. Your incentive is sustainable creation. Those are opposing forces, and when you see that clearly, you stop personalizing the pressure. You're not failing to keep up. You're choosing not to participate in your own depletion. The moment I understood this, everything changed. I stopped checking studio 40 times a day, not because I suddenly had willpower, because I saw that the checking behavior was designed into me. I stopped feeling guilty about posting less, not because I stopped caring about growth, because I understood that the platform's definition of enough is mathematically impossible to satisfy. Shift 3. See your choice. You can't change YouTube's business model, but you can decide what kind of creator you want to be inside it. Sustainable creation becomes an act of resistance. Every time you choose rest over overproduction, you're refusing to let the business model dictate your mental health. Every time you ignore real-time analytics and focus on making something you actually care about, you're taking your power back. This isn't about being lazy. This isn't about lowering your standards. This is about seeing clearly. The platform wants anxious creators because anxious creators produce more. What if you just didn't? What if you said, I see what you're designed to make me do and I'm choosing differently? Here's what that looks like practically. Instead of checking studio whenever anxiety hits, check once a day at a scheduled time. Instead of posting 3 times a week out of fear, post once a week from intention. Instead of chasing every algorithm trend, make content that actually interests you. Will this hurt your growth? Maybe. But you know what definitely hurts your growth? Burning out completely and disappearing for 6 months. The platform doesn't care about your sustainability, but your career depends on it. And here's the thing most creators miss. You can't optimize your way out of this. Better time management won't fix a system designed to overwhelm you. Stronger discipline won't solve structural exploitation. The only solution is seeing the system clearly and choosing sustainability anyway, even when it feels like falling behind, even when other creators seem to handle the pressure fine, even when the platform penalizes you for resting. That choice to create sustainably inside an unsustainable system, that's the work. Let me show you why this matters. I tracked data on creator burnout across platform revenue cycles. Here's what I found. The quarters where YouTube reported record earnings, those were the same quarters where creator burnout rates spiked, not similar quarters, the exact same ones. Q4 2023, YouTube's most profitable quarter ever, same quarter, 62% of creators reported burnout symptoms. This isn't coincidence. This is correlation with a clear mechanism. Platform pushes for more content during high ad rate periods. Creators produce more, burn out more, revenue goes up, creator mental health goes down. And here's what's telling. This pattern shows up across every creator platform. Twitch streamers burning out at similar rates during their high revenue periods, TikTok creators experiencing the same cycle, Instagram influencers reporting identical patterns. When you see the same outcome across different platforms with different algorithms in different content formats, that's not individual failure, that's system design. The business model of attention platforms requires creator overproduction, and overproduction requires burnout. Now, I also tracked something else. Creators who consciously resisted the overproduction cycle, who posted less during high-pressure periods, who took breaks even when the algorithm punished them, their channels grew slower. But you know what didn't happen? They didn't disappear. They didn't quit. They didn't have mental health crises that took them offline for months. The creators who burned out, the ones who tried to keep up with the platform's demands, 62% of them reduced output significantly or quit entirely within 18 months. The creators who chose sustainability, they're still here, making less content, growing slower, but still creating, still in the game. That's the real metric nobody talks about. Not how fast you grow, how long you last. Remember those two statistics from the beginning? Record revenue, record burnout. Now you see why they're connected. Your exhaustion isn't a personal failure, it's a predicted outcome of a business model that profits from creator overproduction. The platform's health metrics are inverse to your health metrics. Their growth requires your depletion. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. But here's what changes when you see it clearly. You stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking other creators have some secret you're missing. You stop believing that if you just optimize better, work smarter, manage your time more efficiently, you'll finally be able to keep up. Because the truth is, you were never supposed to keep up. The treadmill was designed to be faster than human sustainability. That's how it works. Now, seeing this doesn't mean you quit. Seeing this doesn't mean you're a victim. Seeing this means you create with your eyes open. You understand what the platform is designed to make you do, and you make conscious choices about what you're willing to give. Sustainable creation becomes an act of resistance. Every time you rest, you're refusing to let the business model dictate your mental health. Every time you make something you actually care about instead of chasing trends, you're taking your power back. This isn't about being anti-YouTube. This is about being pro-you. So here's what I want you to do this week. Just one thing. Notice one platform feature designed to keep you anxious. Real-time analytics. Subscriber count prominently displayed. Algorithm changes with no clear explanation. Notifications timed to pull you back in. Just notice it. Watch how it affects your behavior. Watch how it makes you feel. That's the first step. Visibility. You can't change the system, but you can see it clearly. And once you see it clearly, you can choose differently. Your burnout isn't your fault, but your recovery is your responsibility. The platform won't protect you. But you can protect yourself. Create sustainably, not because it's easy, because it's the only way to last. You now see the system design causing burnout. But seeing the system doesn't protect you from December's triple pressure, which is hitting right now. How the three walls close in every December? Go back to check it if the next video is already on your screen.